Okay, so this is a cool little thing. It's a Suzuki JR50. It's a 1983 model. So we all know the PW50s. This is basically the Suzuki version, what you would have for your 3 or 4 year old kid. It's a tiny little bike, super cool, quite rare this kind of age. The other rare thing about it is that this one's got a pull start instead of the kick start that they normally came out with. It's in generally good condition. It does need bits and pieces doing to it. So some of the worst bits I think are it's got pitting on the forks, pitting on the rims. It's got missing side panels, which obviously you'll have to find. But other than that, in terms of it working and being a complete bike, it's all there. And it's in, like I say, it's 1983. It's 41 years old. It's not so bad, really. It's come over from America, so it's a drier climate. Starts up and runs lovely. The pull start doesn't slip at all, or I certainly haven't noticed it slipping when I've been starting it up. And it drives. So yeah, super cool thing. The front brake lever is snapped, and the rear brake lever, basically to start it you need to pull the brake in and then like lock the brake in with this lever, but that's not working. So it's either the wrong lever or there's something missing or whatever. I think it's probably the wrong lever, but basically you can start it no problem by pulling the front brake lever, the rear brake lever, sorry, and then the pull start does function then. I've got it running off fuel in its own tank because I've ridden it around a couple of times, so obviously needed it running off that. It's got the original kickstand, original exhaust. It's got the original grips with the little Suzuki logo on, which is really cool, and just shows that it's probably done very little work, really. Someone's painted the tank. I don't think it looks too bad, but obviously if you want it to be original you'll need to clean that paint off. If it were me, I'd probably be leaving it. But yeah, super cool thing. It's been sat in the garage a while behind something else, and that thing's just moved, so I've only just got it out, but flipping lovely little thing. We'll get it fired up so you can listen to it running, and then yeah, she's available to purchase if you're interested. So like I say, I've had it running. I've ridden it around a couple of times. Start it, you need to pull the rear brake in. There we go. Must be down on juice there. I just put a tiny little bit in, so I assume it's just run out of fuel. So yeah, as you can see, it does runs. I've ridden it around, and it does. Obviously, you've just seen it creep forward with a bit of throttle applied, and then just seems to have just run out of fuel. So there we go, lovely little thing. 1983 Suzuki JR50, perfect if you've had one, if you're a Suzuki collector, or if you fancy getting something a little bit different for your kid to learn on.